So, I was just thinking, and I wanted to touch on the subject of commitment, family, love, marriage, and when you marry somebody, it's a vow that you take before God, not the God of this world, our Creator, and you promise to love that person that you chose. You chose that person, right? You chose to love them in sickness and in health, through thick, through thin, till death do you part. Through all imperfections, and marriage is work. It's not always easy. There's no such thing as a fairy tale, especially when you have grown up with that person, been with them for so long. There's always going to be good times and bad times, tough times. And if you can make it through that, that's something special. And we have been through a lot of hard times together, a lot of good times together. We've created life together. Through it all, my husband has always been faithful to me, even when I was not. He's always been there, even when I was not. When I gave up, he did not. And I have chose several times to stop fighting for the commitment that I made before my Creator. And I could have tried harder many times. And our lives have never been perfect. And I think that I wanted perfect. I thought that that was something that was achievable. As a little girl watching fairy tales, you want perfection, but it's not a thing. You have to fight hard for your marriage and put in a lot of effort. And I am grateful for his determination to not give up on me. Because at the end of the day, there are not many people, if any, besides him, that would put his life on the line for me. And I know he always thinks of me and has my best interests at heart. And I hope that one day I can give the same to him. I'm still trying to fix myself and find the best version of me. At 48 years old, I know, it sounds kind of sad, but I still have a lot of growing to do spiritually, to love myself more than I do, so I have more love to give. And a lot of things happen in life where, hold on, I'm going to shut the heat off. People in your life that you thought were always going to be there aren't there anymore. And it changes your perspective and everything about your life. People who you thought loved you for you, no matter what, really were not who they said they were. People who you didn't think would lie. it's an emotion thing, because you don't want to feel, whether it's hurt, you don't want to hurt someone's feelings, you don't want to be hurt, you want to avoid confrontation or somebody being upset. There's many reasons why people lie, and nothing good ever comes from a lie. Maybe temporarily you think it does, but then you have to keep feeding that lie. And eventually the truth comes out when you lie. You can't live your life a lie. Well, I guess some people can, but it's not a fruitful, healthy life. Nobody feels good about lying unless you are evil, unless you have a rotten soul. Some people do. And they will not have a divine life. They will not find their light. That just goes back to being honest. But there are people that were in my life that aren't anymore. And that was their choice. Because they didn't like choices that I made. And I'm grown up, right? Oh, look at the rainbow above my head. That's pretty cool. I made my choices. I have to deal with them. Some were not right choices. But in my current situation, I know that mending my marriage, of being with somebody for 30 years, I know that was the right thing to do. That was an oath that I took. And I don't need anybody's permission. I don't need anybody's approval. I know what the right thing is and the wrong thing is. And I know that when my life on this earth is over, who I have to answer to. And it's not going to be my sister, my brother, my daughter, my father. It's going to be my mother and my Father in heaven, my creators. That's who I'm going to have to answer to. And I may not even get in, but I have to do everything that I can in my life to make the right choices and to right my wrongs, to live my life the way that they would want me to. That's what it's all about. It's about what's going to happen when this life is over. And I know that I have hurt people. People have hurt me. And I have to live this life that I'm in now and find my way. And hope that I can make right my wrongs so that I may get it. And I'm never going to be guaranteed that. But it doesn't mean I'm not going to stop trying to be better, to be the best version of myself I can be. Because that's all I have, is to be the best version of me that I can be. And that's trying to live a life without lies, deceit, dishonesty. Living my truth and speaking my truth. And not caring what anybody else has to think or say. Because I don't want to fit in with this world. I don't. We live in quite the wicked, evil world. We really do. It's a scary place. And I hope that other people can see that. How important this life is that you live. And I don't want to live the way that I was living. lying to people that I love. My 3 children, I taught them that it was okay to tell a white lie. Because what's a white lie, right? Everybody lies. Oh, it's just a little white lie. What's a little white lie gonna hurt? A lie is a lie is a lie. That's never gonna change. And nothing good comes from a lie. And we're just avoiding something. And if you tell the truth, nothing bad is gonna happen. You may have a hard day. You may hurt someone's feelings. Your feelings may get hurt. But that's okay, because you're being honest and you're telling the truth. And it can be really hard to do sometimes. Be honest. I still struggle with it sometimes. Because I have always lived through my emotions. Feeling my emotions. Not wanting to feel my emotions. So learning how to deal with all those emotions while being open and honest, and how to cope with your emotions and to feel them and what to do with them, when to use them, when not to. It can be really hard because we feel emotions. Some of us feel them stronger than others. You know, and it can be hard to not care what somebody else thinks so that you do the right thing. And you don't do something because somebody else tells you to, because they say it's the right thing. It doesn't mean it's the right thing just because somebody tells you to do it. There's a rainbow on my chin. It's beautiful. You have to sit and think about your decisions and really think about who you're asking advice from. It's important. Because not everybody lives their life the right way. You know, and people can be quite hypocritical when they're telling you what to do or what they think you should do. You know, you have to look at their life and how much you know about them and the choices that they've made. And I didn't used to do that. I used to think, oh, you know, my sister, she loves me so much, she's going to give me the best advice. Oh, she loves God, she loves Jesus, she's a good person. And maybe in her heart she wants to be. But when you look at her life choices, the infidelity in her life, the materialistic ideas that she has, the wanting to look younger than she is because she's not happy with herself. You know, you have to be happy with yourself. You've got to find that light inside you to be happy with yourself. And it can be hard, but that's spending time with yourself. Self-reflection of your life and living your life the right way. So if you live your life the right way, then you can give somebody else good advice, right? When you love yourself, truly love yourself, you can help somebody else, maybe. But, you know, I'm 48. I don't want to look younger than I am. I'm not going to dye my hair, go get Botox or lip injections. No, thank you. This is the meat suit that God gave me. And that's all it is. It's just a meat suit. Anybody that loves me or cares about me, it's not because of my meat suit. It's because of my heart. It's because of what's in here. And you have to work on that. Not spend time making friends who, you know, get 50 friends who aren't going to be there in a year or two. For what? For what? Take your time for the people who really love you and care about you. Figure out how to love yourself. Don't give advice to other people. You can't be a sinner, and I know we all are sinners, right? But if you keep sinning over and over again and thinking that Jesus is going to save you, it's not going to happen. We are God's children. We were created in God's image, right? So God is inside of us. You got to remember that. God is inside of you. That light is inside of you. Find it. Hold it tight. Don't let it go. Be a good person. It's not that hard. Don't fall into temptation. Don't give your body away. Love yourself. Take care of yourself. And find somebody who wants those same things. Life is too short. And I've lived it wrong for so long, thinking I knew everything when I knew nothing. And I'm just starting to learn that now. Anything this world has to offer you, it ain't it. You gotta look inside. I love you, my children. And I'm sorry for ever misguiding you. For showing you that a little white lie is okay to tell when it's not. It just leads to more lies thinking that they're okay. Thinking it's not a big deal to tell a lie or for somebody else to tell a lie. Because it's not. Lies only cause pain. And I'm sorry for any pain that I ever caused you. I never meant to. That was never my intention. All I ever wanted to do was love you and give you my love.